Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC out here at the Avon Park Aero Modelers Field. We're going to take up the Turbo Evolution, Timber Turbo Evolution, or T.Evo as I like to call it. The flashing lights on the bottom and the top are the easy lights I've added because we got such a gray day, gray overcast day, just a little added orientation to add to the already great stock lights that are here. I'm going to give you a flight in... I got an airplane way up there. I'm going to give you a flight with safe mode, taking off and landing is safe, and then I'll turn safe off and show you what she can do. This red grill that you see here and here are the vents off the side of a crashed Arrows Marlin. And what I did is I installed those, painted them red to add extra cooling to the ESC. Before they realized they had a design flaw and the ESCs were overheating on these. They came out with a video. You pull the ESC forward, tape it down with two-sided tape, and then you shouldn't have much of a problem. Well, I've already done that, of course, but I've also added the vents for extra cooling. I have no intention of ever flying her on floats, so I'm not concerned about that. Well, anyways, let's take her up. I'm going to... Motor's on now. I'm away from the plane. We'll go over here and stand behind my camera crew. And we're going to land, take off and land in safe mode so I can show you what that looks like. All right, let's turn the plane away from us a little bit. We're going to do a control surface test. Right aileron, left aileron, up elevator, down elevator, right rudder, left rudder. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm not happy about being in safe. I don't like safe for myself. I'm a control freak. And all right, well, here we go. Hardly using any, I use just a touch of elevator. And I'm banking her just as hard as I can on that right aileron. And boy, I tell you what, she doesn't want to turn for me. All right. Yeah, she doesn't want to turn at all. But that's safe. That's just to keep you level. That's the purpose of that. Gonna land her in safe. All right, landed in the grass. Now we're going to turn safe off. Experienced mode. We're going to take off again. All right, now I'm going to take her up. Can't do that if you're in safe. You can't do this if you're in safe. All right. You cannot turn the plane upside down if you're in safe. All right. I'll bring her by. Time remaining 5. Fly her nice and low and slow. Looks like I got some grass on my rudder there. I got a hanger. Well, it's like Star Trek. What does toilet paper have in common with Star Trek? They both deal with Klingons. Anyways. All right, we're going to try to... I'm going to take not really a break, but we're going to stop. And I'm going to get my extra foliage off the plane. Motor off. I really don't want to do yard maintenance with the airplane the hard way. All right, prop is off. Yeah, I got grass here and grass or something here. All right, now we got the extra debris. Motor back on. Let me get back in place here. I'll go ahead and take off though. All right. We're going to take her up, turn her. Okay. There we go. Walk the dog a little bit. Do a knife edge.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
All right. Got one of them military ospreys flying over. All right, slowing her right down. We're gonna ride the wind a little bit.
Landing flaps.
Drop our flaps. I got her into the wind. Just kind of enjoying a little bit of wind surfing there. All right. Well, I tell you what, having those easy lights really are a nice augmentation to the existing lights. That's for sure. They really look nice. Whoa. Take the flaps out of there. About had a stall there. You get going too slow, I don't care what kind of plane it is. You get going too slow and you're going to stall. The more speed, the more lift. There we go. All right. We're going to go out here. We're going to turn to the right. All right. We're going to bring her by with the wind, full speed. So you can see she's not a slouch. All right. Now this is full speed into the wind. Well, she's a screaming, wasn't she? All right. Now, landing flaps are in, but I'm going with the wind. Take the landing flaps out. All right. And this, if you notice, if you have a little bit less than perfect landing. Now, if you notice the plane's kind of leaning to one side, one landing gear is a little bit bent out a little bit. That's no big deal. I can easily fix that. But if you, like I was going to say, though, if you have less than perfect landing, that big long wing, if you have a wing kind of strikes down, just like the Twimber, it has those hard plastic points on the tips to make for to protect the foam. All right, we're going to take her straight up. All right. All right, we're going to bring her by kind of quick. Then we're going to take her straight up. Didn't quite do the snap roll I was wanting to do. Okay. That couldn't quite build up enough momentum to... All right. Boy, them lights come in handy, don't they? Against that gray sky. All right. And if you get going too fast or you think you're going to run the wall, you can always go backwards. Now let me see if I can't bend that landing gear.
Motor off.
Motor off. Because that is kind of awkward where they're leaning off to one side, and that does affect how you take off. So motor is off. Yeah, just my spring. My spring has sprung. And so I've got more give this way. So, but just to let you know, I have ordered the Twimber springs for this one. But you also have to order the hardware set. So you got to buy two items, the spring set and the hardware set. Because of course they're not going to give you them little washers with a spring set, because then you'd only have one thing to buy. But you got to buy it. But you get a bunch of extra. You get the longer wheel shafts, which you or shafts for the wheels, which you need that also for to put, because you got to put them brass little yellow colored washers in there also for them heavy duty springs to adhere to. So you're going to need those also, and that comes with that kit with the hardware kit. I got more flowers. I didn't know that my plane was a flower child. I'm going to take her up one more time. We still got a minute on the motor. All right. All right, there we go. Yeah, I know I'm standing on the runway, but I am the only pilot here. So, lander between me and my
Time remaining 1 minute.
wonderful camera crew. And motor off. It's definitely what you want to hear. But I get the new spring. She won't quite have that bending off to one side, leaning off to one side. All right. On the transmitter, I flew her hard for a good 4.5, almost 5 minutes. And as you can see, I've still got, what, just under half, maybe a third of the battery left. So I wish they had a percentage on here. I mean, I go everywhere on here, and I don't see an actual percentage. So E-Flite, Horizon, make that into a percentage. I'd like to know if it's 36% or 21%, because whenever I use my checker, it tells me that. Why can't this do that also? Well, folks, thank you so much for watching. This is Fat Guy Flies RC. Let me pick up the plane. Motor's off. And this is the E-Flite T.Evo, or Timber Turbo Evolution. I call it T.T.Evo or T.Evo. So on my videos, if you see me say call it a T.Evo, this is what I'm talking about. Great plane. I want to say she's 219 or 319 or 359 or something like that for the bind and fly. Great plane, very stable. Put her in beginner mode or safe mode, and have a friend nearby and who's a pilot instructor or a good experienced pilot. She can be your first plane, but she's also very powerful and very agile. So maybe not. But if you put a 3200 3S in here, then she's not going to have as much speed or power. So put her in safe, put a 3200 in there, 3S, and she could be your first plane. It's entirely up to you, but it's a great plane to learn with and to grow with. Folks, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless y'all. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, and then TiVo. Bye.